Lesson 13. A meaningless world engenders fear.
Hi there. How would you like to shed all the pointless anxieties that arise and unsettle you in your day-to-day life? Well, perhaps we can discover our answer in today's Lesson 13.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
Today's idea is closely related to the one introduced in yesterday's lesson.
Lesson 12. I am upset because I see a meaningless world.
The distinction lies in the specific emotion we are focusing on today, fear.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
Actually, the Course assures us.
A meaningless world is impossible. Nothing without meaning exists.
However, the fact that nothing without meaning exists does not mean we cannot think we perceive something that has no meaning. In fact, it's quite likely that we will think we do perceive it. When we encounter meaninglessness, this can trigger deep anxiety within us. It's as if our ego is battling with God to impose meaning on the void that meaninglessness creates.
The ego rushes in frantically to establish its own ideas there, fearful that the void may otherwise be used to demonstrate its own impotence and unreality.
And in this, the ego is correct. Its inherent nature is indeed one of unreality. The Course affirms that it is essential for us to learn to recognize the meaningless and accept it without fear. This is a very powerful and empowering concept. Because when we are fearful, we project false attributes onto the world, attributes it does not possess. We fill it with our own illusions, creating a reality that does not exist. These illusions serve as safety devices for the ego, and we too perceive these illusions as safety devices if we fall into identifying with our ego. Today's exercise is a bit different. We'll do it 3 or 4 times, for no more than a minute each. Let's begin with our eyes closed and repeat to ourselves.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
Then, let's open our eyes and look around slowly, repeating.
I am looking at a meaningless world.
As we gaze around, let's repeat it to ourselves a few times.
I am looking at a meaningless world.
I am looking at a meaningless world.
Finally, let's close our eyes again and conclude with.
A meaningless world engenders fear because I think I am in competition with God.
This exercise may very likely trigger resistance, particularly with the final concluding statement. Whatever form this resistance takes, remember that it's okay not to believe in this statement at this stage. As mentioned in the introduction of the Course, at the beginning of this video series, we don't need to believe in these exercises for them to work. We don't have to like them, and it's normal to resist them. However, let's take care to notice any reactions that occur while doing these exercises, especially any evident or subtle emergence of fear within ourselves. Today's lesson explicitly presents a cause and effect relationship that we're not typically accustomed to recognizing. This is often the precious value of A Course in Miracles, offering us ideas contrary to conventional thinking, and providing us with the opportunity to shift our understanding in ways we couldn't have predicted at the beginning of our journey. Yet, aside from during the exercises, the Course advises us not to dwell too much on the concluding statement, the one suggesting our ego thinks it is in competition with God. And it's also recommended to try not to think about this statement throughout the day.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
A meaningless world engenders fear.
Fascinating, isn't it? What do you think about linking our fear to the perceived meaninglessness of the world? And how about the idea that we first need to recognize the meaninglessness we've projected onto the world in order to lead to a peaceful and authentic understanding of it? You're doing great! See you tomorrow for another insightful lesson. quick reminder, if you haven't seen the introduction to this video series, please check it out. It's foundational for our journey together. Just click the video link after today's supporter presentation.
I know I am in my heart so low. Oh, I feel so warm. I am so warm.
Supporters help make these videos possible. We are a growing community of wonderful people, so why not support each other? Be part of this. Check the video description for more details.
Did you enjoy the video and find it helpful? Please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day. And if you've been with us for a while, please consider supporting the channel. There's a lot of love behind these videos. Check out the video description for more details.